it's going. Whenever you're ready, go for it.
Hey there, this is Megan Gall from partakemealplanning.com. You're listening to the Vroom Vroom Veer podcast with Jeff Smith. And I'm just reminding you to trust yourself, be confident, and be awesome.
There you go. Whatever works. Thank you so much.
Whatever works.
I like trust yourself. That's a good one.
Yeah, that was good. Thank you for that one.
Yeah, well, it's on your website. I copied from you. There you go. All right, let me hit stop. I'll be right back.
Are you ready to thoughtfully steer away from your revved up, frenzied, and far too often scripted life? Then welcome to Vroom Vroom Veer with Jeff Smith, where he guides you down the road differently traveled by sharing unique experiences with guests who have managed to shift away from a life stuck on cruise control and veered their way into a more authentic and fulfilling one in all sorts of interesting and kind of remarkable ways. Get ready to Vroom Vroom Veer with your differently traveled road chauffeur, Jeff Smith.
Jessi Hartnett, thank you so much for being on Vroom Vroom Veer and welcome to the show. How's it going?
Thank you for having me. I'm doing really well, and I'm happy to talk with you again.
Yeah, I was on your show. It's not out yet. So my episode on your show will be coming out in a couple months, and it was really fun. And then we decided you should be on my show. So thanks for showing up.
Yeah, it was great talking with you.
Yeah, so and we had fun on your show. Yes. This was a little bit longer because I'm old.
Take your time.
Yeah, no, I like going slow. I like long format. I like, I'll do a snip, but if I'm going to sit down and listen to something, I want it to be like 3 hours. I'm like Tim Ferriss, like Joe Rogan, give me the meat and potatoes. I don't want something that scroll by, Anyway, That's me. But you've got a really good podcast. I like it. You Can Quit Smoking. And also Honor Your Heart. So you wrote a book and you got a podcast. So talk about a little bit about what you got going on.
Right. So I'm a quit smoking coach. I smoked myself for 15 years and I love supporting others on their journey. And I do things a little bit different than what you'll find out there especially with the medical approach, because that was not working for me.
Okay.
And I started You Can Quit Smoking because I really advocate the use of intuition and your individual needs. And You Can Quit Smoking is so neat because it shares stories from people that quit smoking in their own way. Because everyone goes a different direction. Everyone finds the thing that works for them. And so I'm really a big advocate of self-empowerment, finding what works for you. And I wrote Honor Your Heart. It's kind of a framework for radical transformation with quitting smoking, because I think quitting smoking is such a ripe opportunity to change your life from the inside out.
Right.
It's so much more than just quitting smoking. It's finding out who you really are and starting a new season of life, because we aren't meant to stay the same as I'm sure.
Totally.
we go through different phases and essentially live life completely different.
Yes.
So
yeah, staying on the veer path, as we say.
Yes.
Just keep veering. It's good. Get used to it. Yeah, that way you'll be ready for the next turn.
Yep. All part of the journey.
So that's awesome. And I was on that show. So check out my show on your show and vice versa. Eventually, when my show goes live, there'll be a link on these show notes. So that'll, in the future, it'll already be done. But right now it's not, but whatever. So let's do Vroom Vroom Veer with Jessi. This is great. On. So we go back in time and we talk about like you and where you grew up. So where did you grow up?
I grew up in the Midwest in a tiny little town, 2,000 people.
Wow.
So
that's really
everybody,
tiny.
Yep. Everybody knew everybody.
Yeah.
It was a little boring at times. Yep. And so, I was very interested in getting to know new people, kind of fell into this older crowd in middle school. And that's definitely part of my smoking journey was hanging out with the cool high schoolers. And I was a goth in middle school.
Wow.
So I got bullied quite a bit. And so I was looking for acceptance, belonging, and found it with that high school group.
Uh-huh. Interesting. So I just can't imagine you like as a goth dressed up person. Yeah. Okay. So now
definitely heavy eyeliner, pasty face. my hair black with the blonde roots. That's a fun look.
Yeah. Wow. And that's a whole like sort of like it's almost like you're wearing a mask 24/7 when you're at school, right?
Yeah. It takes a lot of effort. So that's fallen away. I don't have much fashion these days as a mom.
Yeah. I get it. I always thought like trying to be a cool kid would be way too much work for me. You know,
Yep.
It's just like whatever you're doing that's posing just seems like so much work.
Yeah. You gotta wear it.
When I look back at me in high school, it's always just such a laugh because, you know, we don't know what the hell's going on, you know.
We think we do, though. I thought I was an adult.
Right. We think we know everything and we know absolutely nothing.
Yes.
It's great. Okay. So how long did the goth phase last?
Definitely for middle school. I probably switched it up in high school or kind of came away from it, I guess. Definitely by college, I was
no longer
more
gothing?
Simpler. I mean, I still wear black all the time. So I don't know.
So you didn't let it go altogether.
No. But yeah, I stopped wearing makeup altogether after college. So yeah, because the makeup was a big heavy part of my look.
Oh yeah.
I stopped dyeing my hair too after college. I definitely had a lot of strange cuts in college.
Right.
I had bullets and shaved sides and pink and blue and
right.
Yeah. So
interesting. Yeah.
Kind of faded away with youth.
Yeah. Right. So what part of the Midwest? I was in Michigan, and my small town was probably a little bit bigger than yours, but similar. You know, it was like maybe 24,000 ish. Right. So there was like 2 high schools, maybe 3.
Oh yeah.
Right. So similar, but different.
Yeah. It's like a big city.
Right.
Yeah. We went to school with the next town over.
Okay.
There were so few students and
Yeah.
I was in Illinois. They called it Chicagoland, which sounds ridiculous outside of that area, but that's what people call it there.
Wow.
I lived in Chicagoland. It's like an hour west of the city.
Interesting. Wow. Okay. See, you don't sound like you have a Chicago accent.
Probably
you
don't.
Right. That's great. That's amazing. I grew up like with some family friends and they were all from Chicago. And so that meant that my ear was tuned up to the way they spoke. And I didn't know it at the time. But like later on when I heard someone else from Chicago, I was like, oh, that's what Chicago people sound like.
Right. Get sometimes people call me out. They say I have an accent. They think I'm Canadian. I get that one. Yeah. So like I was in the Upper Peninsula, Michigan, and you sound a little bit like you're from Minnesota or from like Fargo or something. Yeah, eh? It's always normal to us, right?
Right. Well, I left the Michigan when I was 18 when I joined the Air Force. So I think through all of that, those 20 years moving around to different places and being around lots of different people, your voice just sort of naturally homogenizes, as I like to say. It's just sort of like blends off. You start sounding like Tom Brokaw or something. Or just, everybody. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe that's happened to me because I've hopped around for a bit too. I was in California and now I'm in New Mexico. I think that I'm here to stay.
Oh, nice. So. New Mexico is awesome.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah, good for you. Oh, man. Now I'm jealous. I'm in Las Vegas. Las Vegas is pretty nice too.
Yeah.
But what I like about New Mexico, do you have like hot springs like within driving distance?
We do.
See?
I haven't.
Oh, man. Now I'm super jealous.
I haven't been able to go because I'm so busy with the littles and now I'm pregnant. So you're not supposed to go there.
Yeah, you can't do it now. No. Okay.
Yep.
But you'll get there.
I'll get there.
You'll get there.
We went camping, so we're taking steps.
Yeah. So, just to throw this out there, like if you are a fan of hot baths, you can do that at home after you have the baby.
Yes.
So the reason why is my wife is from Japan. So, and in Japan, everybody bathes every day and they all have an amazing soaking bath in their house. Right. And I don't know if you're all that into like Tim Ferriss and all these different podcasts, the self-help world, But like I found out probably like last year, I want to say, while I was in Japan a lot that year, that like doing the bath like in a particular way, right, gives you all of these health benefits. Like I think it was 60% all cause reduction in mortality.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it doesn't cost that much.
No. Your time, but it's worth it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice.
If you want to know more, ask, but like, I'll just give the basics. So like most people already have a bathtub in their house. And so stupid me, I was like, how can I get a Japanese bathtub in my house? Right. And it turns out you can just use your American bathtub. It's not as cool, but it works just as well.
Yes.
The one thing you need to probably buy is what they call like a pool thermometer. And this is just, it's got like a little, like it's wireless, right? So there's like a thermometer thingy that is wirelessly tied to this thing that floats in the pool. And then you know what the temperature of the water is. And you have to keep it at 104 degrees Fahrenheit. And you need to be in there at least 20 minutes, 4 times a week. That gives you the benefits. Now, do that once. And let me tell you, that's no joke.
Yeah.
104 degrees, because you can't really keep it at 104 degrees. That doesn't work. So I usually average above 104 degrees, maybe like 108 to 106. And then I have to reheat it because by the time you let it cool off too much, you're below 104. So anyway, it's an ordeal after you get out. Yeah. It's like, oh, you're sweating. It's great though. It's awesome.
Yeah, I know that game because I have a daughter and she's little and you're supposed to keep it under between 90 and 100.
Okay.
And so I have a thermometer.
You're already doing it.
It's too hot. No, it's too cold.
Yeah. Oh, totally. Yeah. So I've learned like through trial and error, like I know now when I have to turn the water on again, and then how long I need to keep it flowing, and then when I can turn it off. My chief complaint is just my feet get super hot.
Yeah.
Anyway, but it's worth it.
They're the most sensitive for some reason.
Yeah, well, they're down there by the water, and they got nowhere to go. Okay, enough on bathing.
I might try that.
Let's talk more about you. So, okay, so what did you do after you graduated high school?
So I came out to California, and
wow,
that was a big change.
All right.
And I ended up going to school. I wanted to study science.
Interesting.
Really, really into science, and followed that through and went to college. And
what did you study?
Geology was my my wheelhouse, but I kind of moved away from that because I found science to be a little bit cold for me. There's a lot of numbers and didn't really connect with it anymore. And so part of me getting out of my addiction cycle and finding out what really made me happy in life, I kind of had to step away from science, but I did really enjoy it as a young person. And
I get it.
Pursuing that.
I mean, I when I did a bachelor's in psychology after I retired from the Air Force, and I got to the very end and I found out a lot of different things, and I did enjoy the process of learning all about like psychology. But as it turns out, like psychology is basically like marketing for what you're going to get your master's or your doctorate in. Because there are no jobs for just a psychologist, right? You can't just get a psychology degree and get a job.
Right.
It's sort of like, okay, now what do you want to really do?
Yeah.
And I was like, nothing to do with psychology, but thanks.
Yeah, I could just go on forever with the master's and the PhD. I was like, okay, I'm done after.
Yeah.
That long of school, I was done. So
it was interesting because we got like everybody that was a professor for that college. This was University of Phoenix, that it's for-profit college. Mm-hmm. But the cool thing was they were all working psychologists. So one of the ladies worked for the school district, and one of the ladies worked for, I want to say, Orange County, and another guy was a different kind of clinical. So they were all working in their field, right? And kind of like recruiting.
Right.
And I just was not interested in any of their jobs. So, well, that's okay.
It's good to find that out in school.
That's what I learned.
Yep.
It's all good. Okay. So now you have a degree, or did you finish the degree or not?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
I got my degree in geology and geography, and then I went into land surveying as a career.
Wow. Okay.
It was difficult for me to find work, so I interned for a couple years doing all sorts of things, working with fish,
Right.
parks, National Park Service, and Fish and Wildlife, working in restoration. And I was really passionate about that.
Kind of sounds fun. It means, you're outside a lot.
It was at time, but it was difficult to kill animals, so I knew that wasn't for me. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough. Right.
Yeah.
If it's part of the job, ow.
Yeah. A lot of mishaps in science. Like I said, that's where I started to have my faith in science eroded a bit, because I was questioning, like, is this really necessary? Is this moral?
Right.
And then seeing the data, lay by the wayside.
Not for you.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, if you've got moral qualms, right? Yeah, you shouldn't be doing it.
Yep.
I get it. Yeah. All right. So you move on from that. What did you end up doing next?
So I got into land survey.
Okay.
And was very...
Land survey is not, you don't have to kill anything.
No, just trees. I mean, you lay the groundwork and they come and rip out all the trees, the beautiful heritage oaks, and
that
come with their bulldozers and
Right.
plow over the endangered species and all that stuff. So
Okay.
kind of.
You're bumming out
directly.
all the tree huggers. Right. Okay.
Yeah. But it was good money, and I felt like I was really like the pinnacle of success. Like I went to school,
Right.
I got the grades, I got the high paying job that you need a college degree.
Right.
I'm practicing science and math. It really seemed outwardly like I was doing really well, but internally I was pretty low.
Really?
Yeah, I was not happy to get where I was supposed to get. We can put these goals on such high pedestals. I was like, once I get this, then I'll be happy. And then you get there and you're like, wait a minute, something's still missing. So
yeah.
That's when I started to have to
start questioning those things.
Yeah, and look inward to see what was going on instead of chasing all that paper, because there wasn't enough money to make myself.
It's kind of like the whole idea of this show. It's like, at some point you say, like, it's just like every time you get to a new door at work, it's like, I thought it was going to be X and it's not.
Yep.
And oh yes, I am getting the money, and oh yes, it feels like I'm a grown up, but there's always that but, right?
Yeah.
Trust me. At a certain point in the military for me, I knew the military wasn't for me, but I had gone far enough to where I could see the end, and I was like, I would like compare. I was like, it's either, it just depended on who you were working with.
Right.
Because I was always more or less doing the same job and I didn't have any problem with it. I was doing computer stuff and personnel stuff and a gajillion different additional duties, but I never felt bad about anything I was doing. Right. Not like you. Right. If I had, that would be a different thing. Like maybe I need to get a different job. And like, if I had to shoot people, I would like be thinking like, I need to get a different job. I don't want to shoot people. Right. But that never happened. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a huge part of like who you're working with. So part of the deal in science and in land survey is that it's very male dominated. So I was practically the only female there, and that felt extremely isolating. I felt like I was working twice as hard to try to compensate for that, to prove something. Like, hey, I can hang with the guys, I can do this. It just, it was a constant state of anxiety, and then often feeling like overlooked for like promotions or projects. And it was very heavy on me.
Like 110% is never enough kind of idea. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. So I was burning myself out, working very hard and taking it home with me too every night. So
wow. Yeah. That's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Burnout sucks.
Yeah. Definitely.
And you were probably smoking too.
Yeah. So during pretty much all this time, because I started smoking when I was 13, when I met those older kids and fell into that. And as things went on, I started getting smoking weed, getting high right away after starting cigarettes. And then my drinking ramped up big time in college. And I felt like I kind of got it a little bit in check after starting that career, because I had to wake up at 4 a.m. Right. So I couldn't be that hungover, but I was still drinking daily.
Okay.
You know, having a lot of beers, like I said, hanging out with guys after work, drinking beers, trying to hang in there.
Right.
And so that's what I was doing to kind of like unwind from the stress of work was, get high, get messed up. And I felt like that's where my money was going. It's like I'm making all this extra money, but then I would have to like undo all the tension and stress and anxiety from work with, escaping myself and smoking a lot of cigarettes, but I mean, not as much as other people, but it was hurting me definitely.
Right. So what was the big moment where you decided to quit? Was there like an event or something that like a rock bottom for like smoking, drinking weed, or what was it?
Well, I had been wanting to quit pretty much the entire time I smoked.
Okay.
I started realizing at like 15 that like, this is a pain in the ass. Like, this is a lot of money. This is a lot of effort. I'm not even able to meet people and connect with people based on this. I can only hang out with other smokers. Maybe I want to try quitting. Yeah. And then I went to quit and I was like, oh, I can't. Like I realized that very, very early. I was like, this
you can. It's just really, really hard.
I was very emotional and couldn't focus and just was thinking about it constantly. And I was like, okay, I guess I just need to keep doing this. And
when if you casually think, oh, I'm going to quit.
Yeah.
Right. And we talked about this on your show. It's like, I quit. I tried to quit a million times. Right. But it was never like for the right reason. I think like if you don't have, I think I said this on your show too, and maybe you agree, maybe you don't. But when I decided for sure I was going to quit, it was because I really, really, really wanted to. It was like, not like because my wife said so, or somebody else had a negative opinion of me, or not because of some half-ass, reason to quit, but like, no, I really want to.
Yeah.
I want to figure this shit out, right? Where you go and buy Nicorette or whatever. You're just like, you're Googling. I don't know if there was Google yet, but like I was trying to figure something out. Like, how do I do this for real? Not just playing around.
Yeah.
So what did that look like to you when you actually like made the decision and eventually made it quit or made it stick?
So I would say my rock bottom moment would be when I found out that I had gum disease and I was about to lose all my teeth and I had to have gum graft surgery, and they were taking blood platelets from my arm and sticking it in my mouth.
Serious.
And stitches. And with stitches in my mouth, I'm lighting up, like that. That's when I would say like, this is awful. And I need to stop
stupid.
This. Yeah.
Yeah.
But still, it took me a lot of practice. So I started pushing myself harder rather than just like, because before that I was buying a pack at a time, probably like in my adult life, pretty much I just always did that. Like every pack in my mind was my last pack. I constantly was making that decision. I'm going to quit smoking. This is my last pack. And I'm serious.
This one's really the last one. Yes. Right.
I would go into like hours of withdrawal and just be like, fine, I can't stand it anymore. And go get another pack. And I lived that way for many, many, many years.
Wow.
But with the gum issues and the mouth issues and the surgeries and all that, I really started pushing myself harder. I was like, I have to do this because I want to keep my teeth. I want to be able to eat. I want to be able to sing. I want to be able to kiss. Like I started realizing all these things that I really appreciated about my mouth.
In my mouth. I want gums. Yes.
And so I was going longer stretches than I had typically done before.
Okay.
I was like going weeks, and then I was going months, and started to get some confidence in it and practice at it, but I still would end up coming back. And so I had to get very curious about like, why am I going back? I've done so well. What is it? What am I looking for? What happened? What was I thinking? What was I feeling? And did the smoking help? And so I kind of like got a little scientific with it. Like, let's do a test here. Let's do some observations. Let's do some experiments. And I could clearly connect my negative self-talk with overwhelming craving.
Okay.
So it was like very closely tied to me being critical of myself, me hating myself, and me just giving up on myself. And so that was the starting point for me to like start really working with that. Like, what could I do that would make me hate myself less? And start, like I said, just kind of pulled that thread more.
That's a really good question. I like that.
And I realized it was my self-talk, that I was always down on myself. And so I started working with that. And it felt so awful and weird and strange and corny, but it really did.
You start sounding like that Stuart Smalley to yourself. Right.
Yeah.
I'm good enough. I'm strong enough. Totally. And then you want a cigarette. I get it. I've been there. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So I had to like really, and then start to untangle some of my beliefs and be open to new ones. Like, maybe the world isn't completely random and meaningless, and all that kind of nihilistic thinking that I gotten into through science.
Okay. Right. That's
what I was saying. I kind of had to step away from science because it was actually doing more harm than good for my psyche and my worldview and my willingness to connect with others or even myself.
Yeah.
And so, it was a lot of inner work that helped me push through ultimately. And like, I continued to practice, and I started to give myself more grace and be more forgiving and compassionate. When I would make a mistake, instead of using that negative self-talk, like, you loser, get back on there and try again. Like, I was so used to using that willpower.
So you were trying to do the white knuckle thing.
Yeah. And it had worked in my career. It had worked in other areas of my life. It worked in my career. It worked in like even relationships.
Right.
I could just bully myself into being what everyone else wanted me to be successful, but it did not work with smoking.
Right.
Because it was just too emotional.
Yes.
And so
I think I got lucky. I don't think I've ever had any success with a white knuckle strategy. Like zero. Right. I don't know why. I can't explain it, but I've never, to the point where I don't even think I ever even considered it. Because I think maybe I was paying attention to like all the TV shows and watching people fail constantly, white knuckling, and going, that just doesn't work.
I was very good at it. I went through
that's what happened to you. At some point you were good at it, and you made it work for something else. Right.
I was very used to the withdrawal too. I went through withdrawal from nicotine hundreds of times. Like, I knew exactly what it would look like. I'm like, okay, 3 days, I'm not gonna, I'm gonna have a headache, or I'm not gonna, like, I knew exactly every single part of it. Yeah.
Right.
But it was like the 3-month mark that would always break me, because I didn't know how to deal with the emotions, the emotional wave. Whenever anything really big came up, I just didn't know how to handle it. Because
you didn't have a plan B. No plan B.
I didn't have any way to calm myself other than smoking.
Right. Yeah, we talked about this on your show. Yeah. We said this. Yeah, it's like one definition of addiction is you only have one way to feel good.
Yes.
Right.
That was me to a T.
Yeah.
And it was for everything. It's for everything. Every ill wanted feeling that I had, smoking could make this better.
Right.
And so it was really taking those pieces apart.
Yeah, but when you really think about it, and at some point you realize it doesn't make it better. No. Right. I think that's the moment for me. It was like, this is never good. I think I said that on your show too. It was like, tobacco is never good. You think it is. It fools you into temporary getting that little buzz or hit or whatever you want, but it's not a real thing. It's just it's an illusion. Right.
I think that it can make us feel good, but not in the ways we think. It's
not
not
a healthy
necessarily
feel good. Yeah.
Well, it's not necessarily. So I was convinced that one of my biggest hangups was that it helps with stress. And
Right.
so
Totally.
I could sit there and smoke and really pay attention to my breathing, pay attention to my heart rate, and see that like I'm breathing way more shallow. My heart's about to shoot out of my chest right now. I'm actually more stressed out.
Right.
But somehow in my mind, the belief was so strong. And so what it really took was re-examining it. Well, what about it relieves stress? And it's the control. It was that was what it was for me. It was the control that I felt like I had in the world where I can take any problem and fix it. I know what to do. It's the comfort of the pattern, of the familiarity. Like there's some things in there, but they're deeper than you think. And so then I was like, well, what else can I control? How can I find comfort? So then I was able to I can just watch like a funny movie and drink a tea. That's comforting to me. Oh, control. How about I clean my kitchen? So I was like able to do these things and meet those needs in a genuine way that doesn't hurt me and is more sustainable.
Another thing that I found myself, and I don't know if you've done this or not, but like lifting weights and not like a crazy person in the gym. I just have a couple of kettlebells, but like kettlebells is if you do like 50 kettlebell swings in the evening, the voice of the beer is a lot quieter. Like, okay. Maybe I'll have a beer, but I'm pretty comfy right here right now without it because my legs are just really, really happy to be sitting.
Yes. Tire yourself out.
Right. Exactly. Yes.
So you don't have too much energy, too much time.
Right.
Like that's a strategy for sure.
It is, for sure.
Yep.
But so you also like quit like drinking alcohol, smoking tobacco, and smoking weed like all at once. Is that true?
Pretty much. They were like within a week apart because I had done them all since being 13.
Right.
And they all just reminded me of each other. So I always play these games. That's how I even started smoking weed is someone that I looked up to was like telling me, hey, you shouldn't smoke cigarettes. Those are bad for you. You should
smoke
get high.
Weed. It's good for you.
It's medicine.
It's good for you.
It's medicine. Come on. Like this is going to help with your depression.
Right.
You have this stuff and it's not addictive.
Yeah.
And so I fell in deep with it. Yeah. I fell in very deep with it. So that was always kind of the thing was like, what can I swap out? What can I trade? And I'll just have this one with that one. Yeah. And I'd always find loopholes. Yep. It's like, I only smoke when I drink. And then I find myself drinking as much as possible. It's just like, I'd always find some way. So for me to quit, I had to quit all of them because they all reminded me of each other. There was no way I was going to be able to quit.
Playing your vices off of each other. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. I did that.
Yep. Not alone here.
No. We're all in this shit together. But like, okay, so you still don't smoke, you still don't drink, and you still don't smoke weed, and you're cool with that. You're good with it.
I'm very good with it.
So you like it all, huh?
Yeah. It's just, I thought it would be really lame. That was always my opinion. Like, oh, life is going to be so lame and boring.
Right.
And it's not been like that at all. It's actually been very exciting and meaningful and joyful.
I can say for sure, like tobacco, you don't need that because you just always feel a little bit icky when you're on tobacco. And then I know for sure, like any alcohol at all is going to, even if you don't feel like you have a hangover, like if it's in your sort of like, okay, I only had 3 beers, right? It's not like you feel like your death warmed over, but if you didn't have 3 beers, you'd feel different.
Right.
And if you never know what it's not like to have 3 beers, try it sometime. That's what I like to. Now, I probably had 3 beers yesterday. So this is pot calling kettle black, but I have strung together, several weeks, 30 days plus, and you'd always feel better on 0 alcohol. I mean, that's the truth.
Yeah. And it's not even just the physical, it's the mental. It just takes such a toll when you're in it. And like you said, you can't even know what it's like without it, because you can't get by without it.
Right.
But if you can just get to that point, you might start to feel a little bit better, but it does take some investment and some time. And then you need all those other tools, and you need that connection with yourself to meet your needs. So I'm not saying it's easy by any means, but now that I've gotten past all that stuff, life is so much easier, so much simpler.
Right.
And I just feel so much better in every way. I don't have the weight of the anxiety I used to have at all.
Okay.
So
yeah. Just overall better.
Yeah. And I think it's twofold. Part of it is not putting all that stuff in my body, but the other part is like knowing that I need to hydrate, moving my body sometimes, all the things that I didn't do when I was messed up. So,
right. Yes. For me, I know I started weed like kind of old. I mean, I did a little bit of weed in high school. Mm-hmm. But then I joined the Air Force, and I was very strict with myself. Like, so for 20 years, no weed, right? Because, you're P tested. So, and if you get busted, then there goes the retirement.
Yeah, big deal.
Right.
Yep.
So I avoided it. But then when I retired, I started again. And for me, it's not really all that sticky, if that makes sense. Because when I get high, I can't do anything.
Yeah.
I'm much better at being, a little bit drunk, because I can do anything I want. Obviously, I'm not talking about driving, but I'm saying like things around the house, if that makes sense. Right. But if I say I want to have a couple of beers and play a video game on the computer, no problem. Right. If I try to have a puff of weed, I can't play the video game. I'm too high.
Yeah.
So anyway, maybe
it's like the tolerance and also the strain can make a big difference too.
Yeah.
So sativa was my wheelhouse, and sativa will make you crazy.
Yeah. Oh, I'm a sativa guy. I am a sativa guy. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I love that. That would make me want to clean and organize and make lists. I would make all these lists stoned of all these things I'm going to do.
And you didn't do any of them.
No.
Of course not. So it was hard for me to find things that went well with sativa, but like watching a movie or binging a TV show that I watched a million times, that was fun. There are some video games, but it can't be like anything that requires too much thought, right? Or manual dexterity. Like I have a game where you can just go for a walk.
Okay.
That was okay. That was on weed. You're just looking at, wow, it looks so cool.
Yeah.
That would work. But yeah, so that was sort of like my chief complaint with weed. It was like it didn't have a good go with.
I think it changes too, because I've heard the story from several people where at some point when you're using it excessively, when you're smoking every day, it changes. The high changes. Where it would it used to be like a fun, like, ooh, like you said, like out in nature, look at the trees and the sun shimmering through it. It's beautiful. And it goes from that to like, just like paranoid anxiety, like, why did I say that thing? And you start overthinking and getting stuck. And then you're kind of in the hell, but you're so used to doing it that you need it. And so that was like definitely the last 5 years. I just hated smoking weed, but I was still smoking almost every 2 hours, like just out of habit. And COVID killed me. COVID was because I was working from home, so I was getting high on the job. Yeah. And I felt like it was necessary though, because I just kind of pushed it to as far as it can go. Like it's just like you can't get any more high than that, smoke more than that, and there's nothing there. So I know that now.
I think I got lucky. So all of those years that I wasn't smoking weed, I was looking forward to smoking weed.
Right.
Okay. So, but I was also like seeking out advice. So I was listening to people like Seth Rogen and Snoop Dogg and other famous weed smokers. And I think it was Seth Rogen that said, what you want to do is you want to get some good weed, get some sativa and some of the other thing, indica, and then try each and see which one you like. But don't go weak. I mean, get something with a good enough amount of THC so you know you're going to be high. And then I had to learn how to smoke, like, because I don't smoke, right? So I didn't know how to like inhale properly, right? So that was a thing. Like I was smoking weed and not inhaling for like my first couple of joints. And I was like, I can't do this. I can't light the thing and then like, and inhale. It was just like, so eventually I got to a bong, like a plastic water bong. And yay, I got a hit.
Yay. Made it work.
But I made it work. But the thing is that the advice was get a hit and then know that you got a hit and then set a timer for 1 hour. And then at about 10 minutes, you're going to know whether or not you got a hit within that timer. And then if you're not high in 10 minutes, go ahead and try again. But if you're high, don't have more weed for at least another hour.
Yeah.
And if you're too high, eat food.
Yeah.
Right. And so like I had all these guardrails on my experiments with weed.
Yeah. We were making bongs out of Mountain Dew bottles in 7th grade. So
That's great.
I didn't have any
and you already smoked.
Judgment or holding back at that time in my
right.
life.
You had no guardrails.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Right. Oh, I've seen people smoking. I've seen high school people smoking. And I'm like, whoa, if I ever smoked that much, I would be dead.
I was competitive. We did what do they call it?
That's awesome.
I forgot what they called it. It's like you get the steam going in the bathroom.
Okay.
And then you smoke in there and then you get high. Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
It was just very it was a thing to do as a kid. It was really
and
fun.
You were and the thing about sativa is it doesn't really put you to sleep. Like if you tried that with indica, you would just be asleep.
Yep.
But in sativa land, you would just be like freaked out.
I think I don't know, I kind of hopped back and forth, but like I couldn't do the indica towards the end. It was because I just had so much to do, or I don't know. I guess I just was used to that anxiety state where it's like work and always doing to prove your worth. You know, it's like if I'm not doing something, then I'm not worthy to anybody or not having any value. And so I've had to find other ways to kind of like chill out now. It's still something I struggle with, is that drive, that just crazy drive that I've had as far as I can remember. So what I do now is I try to like take time each day to just do nothing. My daughter really helps me slow down.
Oh, nice.
So I'm grateful for her because she helps me be in the moment. And it's just like, we're not doing anything. I'm just enjoying her. That's what we're doing.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. I guess I got lucky again. Right. So where do you think that drive comes from?
It's sense of self-worth. I've learned that we take things on as kids. You know, it's just part of human nature where we assign meaning to get love and attention and feel like we belong when we're little, and we all have our own unique thing. It's just part of the way of life. It's not anything that anyone did anything wrong. It's just what happens. There's a misunderstanding, and a child to take on that. They always take it on for themselves, like, oh, I'm not worthy, or I did something wrong, or I need to do this. And we run our whole lives according to that script from when we were a kid.
Right.
It's kind of wild.
Totally. Oh yeah, it is weird. It's like like your childhood is this programming thing that happens to you, and then you have to deal with it the rest of your life. It's crazy.
I'm trying to accept it. I'm trying to love it. It does annoy me at times, but I try to give myself grace. It's like,
we didn't get into this on your show, but like when I was like young, like 21, 22, I had that like serious depression and a couple of suicide attempts.
Okay.
And after, I didn't get therapy and it wasn't anything that ever was clinical or diagnosed or anything like that, but it all happened. Right.
Right.
When I figured out, many, many years later was like at some point in, I don't know, my childhood, like I think it was some combination of church and school, like, because school was always very big on this is going on your permanent record, right? And then there's all this stuff that you're learning in Sunday school and church, and And I thought for sure at some point that there was no way I was getting in heaven. It was just over, right? Too many bad marks. Even though I know that's not how it works. Academically, I knew that. Like, that's not even how Christianity works. Right? But somehow I convinced myself at a level that I wasn't really aware of that I just was a piece of shit. Right?
Yeah.
Forever. Right?
Couldn't make it up. Yep.
Yeah. I got out of that, in not a good way. So I get it. Yeah. I understand what you're talking about. Yeah. And definitely addictions don't help. Right. But another comment that is mostly for comedy at this point now, but like all my friends that tried sativa were like, and didn't like it. They were like, yeah, but didn't it make you paranoid? And I was like, yeah, I know what you mean. I was like, yes, I would say if you have like a little bit of paranoia in your ordinary existence without weed, you're going to notice when you're on weed.
Yeah.
It does really mess with your head. Yes. And
especially, like I said, excessively.
Yeah.
When you use it all the time,
right.
It backfires on you.
Oh, totally.
So.
Oh yeah, I get it.
I always say that with addiction, like the thing that you're looking for is the thing you end up losing.
Okay, that's a good. That's a good phrase.
When you go too hard with it. But
yes. Yeah. Like
I've always been an excess person. That's just.
Okay. So you're not like an in for a moderation type of. You don't.
I believe it exists. Like, and I'm totally rooting for that for people. If people like, I just want to smoke a little, and I'm happy with that. Like, that's awesome for them. But
right.
that I couldn't get there, and I don't.
Yeah.
When I stopped wasting my time trying to do that, I could finally move forward.
Understood.
Because I always wanted to be that person, but it doesn't work for me. I mean, it could, but I just don't even want to bother.
You know
with
why?
It anymore.
Yeah. I mean, once you're now on the other side, why? You don't need it. You've already figured out that you don't need it. I don't need it. Nobody really needs it. Right. That's the answer. If you can get away with it, it's fun on occasion. How's that sound? Yeah. And not make it a thing that's going to wreck your life. So anyway, as we're wrapping up, let's talk a little bit more about Jessi Hartnett and all your stuff.
Right. So like I said, I did a lot of that inner work, and that's actually what changed everything for me. Uh-huh. But it can be really hard to do that without a guide. And I was very fortunate that I had people in my life that inspired me and started making me think like differently, like teachers and storytellers and things like that along the way. And so I'm really thankful to them that it just like pulled at something like a string out of my heart where I felt connected. I was like, this seems true. Like, even though this is against all the science dogma that I've, beaten into my head for the past, however many years, like this feels right. When someone, it was Michael Mead, he's a storyteller and he's a myth teller. And he was talking about how that we have a human soul and that maybe there's more to life than our career. Right. I was like, what? Oh, okay. Like it was like against everything, but it felt so right. Yeah. And so I think it's really important to have like people in our corner that can ask the right questions to help us find new answers, because we're so caught in our patterns, and that's just how the mind works. It knows how to survive that way. It's like, well, this has gotten me this far, so we're going to do this forever till the end of time. But that's so limiting, and it keeps us stagnant and it keeps us stuck in things like addiction. So that's the kind of work that I do with people, is to start to ask those questions with people, open that curiosity, and help teach them things that connect them to their intuition and to their creativity and to what I call the heart. I feel like these all come from the heart, not from the mind, because they're not logical, but it's the stuff that really makes you want to be alive. It's this, gets you going. And so that's what I like to focus on my work. And like I said, I've written this book with Honor Your Heart that kind of guides you through different steps of transformation, what it might feel like, what kind of internal struggles you're going to be having, the excuses,
rationalizations.
Yes.
bidding devices against each other.
These different parts of yourself that are going to seem scary, but can actually help you go forward. And And just kind of, because when I was in it, I didn't understand any of this at the time. It was only from looking back that I could understand. So that's kind of like, I just want to give a window for like, yeah, it's really hard. You might feel like you're going crazy. You might have a grieving process. You might feel like you're dying, which you are.
Yeah.
The old identity is dying.
Right.
But there's something that's redeeming and worth it and meaningful in the struggle, in the pain. And so that's the kind of window I like to help people see into, that even though it's really hard, it's going to be amazing. And I think we all have experiences like that in our life that we can relate to. Hard things that we did that we didn't want to do, but actually ended up
being the best thing ever.
We're better for it. You know, we learn something meaningful that we carry with us. Because I think that wisdom has a cost. And so I kind of like to reframe the addiction as like this big, bad, horrible thing. It's like, no, this is something that we can gain wisdom from. We can gain resilience from, you know, and we can learn how to trust ourselves again. And any mistake that we've done can end up ultimately serving us. Like you were talking about with that belief that you had, that you kind of just gave up on yourself. But that's not really how it works. It's like all those hardships actually add to your life.
Totally. Yes.
Yeah. You can't see it when you're in it, but
no. But thank God I lived to get out of it, you know?
Yeah.
So more on that story on other shows.
Yeah. I'm interested because it's a hard place to be for sure.
Oh yeah. Depression's it's so weird. Yes. So anybody out there is depressed, get help. You know, you should. I lived, you know, I know it, like I would look at like normal people and go, what's wrong with me? You know, it's like, they're fine. I remember like looking at somebody walking their dog and the dog was just happy as and I was like, fuck you, dog.
I know.
Why are you so happy?
Yes.
Anyway, that's what a depressed person thinks.
No, I've definitely been there, and that's how I felt about addiction. It can be so isolating. There's all these things we, wind up in, and that feel like you're the only one in the world, but you're not, and it can't be temporary, like you're talking about.
Right.
So
right.
That's I just like really love to coach people. I think it's the most awesome thing ever to see people step into their own power, to connect with their own intuition. Like I'm not one of those guru type coaches that tells you what you need to do. It's not like that at all. It's all about you finding that inner voice that tells you what you need. And I'm there to witness for you because, a lot of the things we go through are relational, the traumas we experience. Totally. And, like we were talking about being isolated. So like part of the healing process is connection and being with people. And that has meant everything to me. Like I said, I had teachers in my meditation and my yoga that I would not have made it through if it were not for them. So I think it's really important to get support, to find a community. And I didn't find that in the doctor's office. So, that's what I want to be there for someone else that's going through what I went through or going through their own unique thing, just to be there and witness it and help them through the questioning process, maybe see a different perspective that might really break something open for you. Because I would never imagine that I'd be living the life I'm living at all.
Right. You're healthy.
I'm a mother. I never wanted kids when I was in addiction.
That's awesome.
I didn't want to do that,
How many kids do you have? 2 kids and 1 on the way?
I have 1 and 1 on the way. So
okay.
Number
1.5.
Yes.
1.9. I don't know.
And I'm older. This might be it for me, but I'm just so grateful because I feel like I found my purpose. That's what quitting smoking or any addiction can do for you. You can find purpose in life again, other than just trying to feel good right now, real quick, get by. There's a whole different way that you could be living, but it takes some work, and
it's worth it.
Kind of work than you think. It takes inner work, compassion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not easy.
No.
But worth doing.
Worth doing. Yep.
So Jessi,
you can find
this has been a blast. So yes, honoryourheart.net.
Yes, that's my website. You can find coaching there. And I also have a couple of free resources that are awesome. I have a mini course on there for cravings because, like I said, I didn't know what to do. Right. Those times they're so stressful, feels like the sky is falling.
Right.
But they're really temporary, and there's lots of options.
Right.
So there's that there. And then I also have my podcast.
The podcast, You Can Quit Smoking. There's a free ebook or an ebook. It's not free. It's an ebook.
It's not free, but it's a good book. And that's what I was talking about, the Honor Your Heart.
Right.
That transformation guide.
Excellent. The mini course might be free.
Yes.
There you go. See? Sorry. Should have cleared that with the boss. Okay.
It's all good. This is such a good to talk to you.
Yeah, this is a blast.
Absolutely.
You have a good one. And let's do this again.
All right. I'm done.
All right, cool. Don't hang up. I'm going to hit stop.
Okay. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks for taking the time to ride along with us on another episode of Vroom Vroom Veer. For podcast info and show notes, be sure to head over to vvveer.com. That's VVER.com. Man, that's fun to say. And we'll catch up with you next time here on Vroom Vroom Veer.